Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead, a top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And on the carry, he's heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long on the 17. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Longhorns will line up to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick with pretty good distance. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. Big guys up front, lined up. It's 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
It's a draw to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. It's Nolan. It's a quick grab. Breaking free at midfield. The 1st down pickup tackle at the 45.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive moving. And in first down, they go right back to him. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It's intercepted, tried to fire it into a tight window. Going the other way, can they stop him? Inside the 20. Gonna take it all the way in, pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? And then catch is hauled in. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's an option look. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Buckeyes will line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Bringing pressure. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Defense getting set up. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. To throw, it's Owens. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, great recognition here by the quarterback, recognizing zone defense. Initially didn't have anybody open, but I love he's able to show that he's got enough athletic ability to get outside of the pocket and be able to make that nice throw for a big first down.
They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense, 1st and goal from the 10.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. Caught quickly. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
A solid 1st down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line, and they finish it off here on 2nd and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
See if they can convert the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14.
That makes the score. Texas 14, Ohio State 0.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 20. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Back in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run it to the right side. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
0.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 21, Ohio State 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field. It's Nolan. The pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Now,
Air to try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
And he's brought down immediately on that one. Had a gutsy to try a return, but the coach may have preferred a fair catch. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Here's the 2nd down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Trying to extend the play. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. He's found some room at the 45. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
They're going to run it here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire 1st half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. He's running out of time here. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. The attempt will be from 42 yards out. Field goal try, no good. And off the miss, it's still a 21-point margin.
Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. That'll pick up a 1st down out of the 37. A new set of downs after that completion. And here's the handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down. Dropping back, it's Owens. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series, he almost threw another one.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2
And he lost it deep over the middle. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. And he's got some open field ahead. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. The 20. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just didn't.
Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Bringing it out. It's Gibson. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Direct snap to the back. Picks up the first, looking for more. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking downfield. It's Owens. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Off target and incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
He makes the grab. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Throws it to the right. Oh, that one's picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. An explosive play moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 38. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking downfield. It's Raiola. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Is incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Oh, and he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it.
Man, that one hurts, especially as you're trying to close the gap just before halftime.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, where's the scouting report for this defense? You knew coming into this game this tight end was capable. That's his 5th catch in this first half.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Back to throw. It's Owens. Defense is coming after him. Looks left and finds his target there. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Kick bounces out of the back to the end zone for a touchback. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to begin the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Look at this, an end around to start the drive. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
And now the handoff. Running with purpose. And he's brought down out at the 46.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Raiola. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground.
And the Texas offense will take over. First and 10.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Ball handed off. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And there's the handoff. Fights through the tackler. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Getting set. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Important second down play coming up. Scanning the field. It's Owens. Throws to the tight end. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Ball carrier running through tackles. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Longhorns pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Going the other way, can they catch him? Past the 50. Out past the 30. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run. The Buckeyes come up to the line in the hurry out. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
We'll give all the credit here to the play caller for this touchdown pass. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everybody expecting run. Instead, you throw it. Pays off for a touchdown.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. There's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Dropping back. It's Owens. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see, and kind of creating that new legacy for Texas.
And the junior gets home, making a sack there. Second down now after the sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point makes it 35-14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Texas, 35. Ohio State, 14.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the quarterback was noticeably hurried on that play. Great pass rushes don't have to get to the quarterback to affect the play. That was a great example of it there.
Receivers are bunched together. This time, a completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass ball is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes out. This looks like a pretty obvious call against the defense. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas 35, Ohio State 14.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Makes the catch. It's Graham. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The Buckeyes have first and 10 here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Snags the quick throw. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Try and muscle for the first down. Some hard running there through a tackle. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain.
Brings up second down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll hand it off. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. To the air, it's Raiola. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Texas. And the beatdown continues.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. Takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Texas 42, Ohio State 14.
Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looks like he's going to run it. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Caught near the sticks. It's Graham. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. 1st and 10 now for the offense.
You call a quick out on 3rd down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that 1st down.
And it's a bunch formation. To the air, it's Raiola. Finds his man. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's looking deep here. And it's intercepted. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually,
yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
The Buckeyes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach. But, again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
Point after, up and good. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They've got a big cushion here in the latter stages. Great feeling to be up big on the road. Gets rid of it on the move. And the completion made.
Well, these guys just won't let up. I mean, they already have this game out of reach. They have a big lead. They're still throwing the football and still just putting it on this defense every chance they get.
He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. The offense threatening now. 1st and goal. Dropping back. It's Owens. Pass caught. Can he get in?
Well, these guys just won't let up. Another big positive gain here in the passing game from this offense. This is one of those games where you kind of look forward to the film study. You get through things on Saturday night, maybe you go over there on Sunday to the facility, and on Monday as a team you break down the film. They'll be pretty happy when they get the chance to look at it.
Touchdown, Longhorns. And this one is getting ugly.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away.
Ohio State, 21.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback to start the 25. First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And this time it's complete. That heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Wideouts now clustered.
42 Spider.
One last pass attempt falls incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.